Good luck.
Herkese merhabalar. Douglas College'in webinar sunumuna katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz. Bize Vancouver'dan Tamara Hanım katılıyor. O sunumu yapacak. Sunumdan önce kısaca bir bilgi vereceğim. Sonra hemen ona aktaracağım mikrofonu. Ben kendi eğitim danışmanlığından katılıyorum. Yaklaşık 18 yıldır Vancouver, Toronto ve Kanada'nın bütün şehirlerinde kolejler, okullarla çalışan bir firmayız. Douglas College sürekli çalıştığımız bir partnerimiz. Ben kendim de yaklaşık 8 yıl Vancouver'da yaşadım. Ben de orada bir kolejden mezunum. Sonradan üniversiteye gittim, Toronto'ya geçtim. Douglas College, British Columbia'nın yani Vancouver şehrinin ve British Columbia eyaletinin en büyük kolejlerinden biri. Birçok sertifika, diploma ve birkaç tane bachelor denen üniversite bölümleri bulunan, üniversite mezunu özel ayrıca sertifika, diploma programları bulunan, staj imkanları bulunan ve işverende de karşılığı bulunan, ülkede tanınan bir kolejdir. Size bununla ilgili detaylı bir sunum yapacak Tamara. Ayrıca Vancouver'da dünya güzeli ve sağlık, ulaşım, güvenlik, eğitim ve birçok daha önemli alanda, kriterlerde dünyanın en yaşanılı şehri seçilmiş 7 kez. Son 20 yıl içinde kartpostal gibi bir şehirdir ve bir özelliği de Kanada'nın ılıman iklime sahip nadir şehridir. Onunla beraber çevresindeki diğer bir iki küçük şehir kışın soğuk olmaz. Ve son olarak da Türk Hava Yolları'yla direkt uçuşlarda başlayacak. Normalde başlayacaktı, bir ertelendi. Direkt İstanbul'dan da uçuşlar mümkün olacak. Şimdi sözü Tamara Hanım'a bırakıyorum. Bu arada sorularınızı lütfen chat değil de sorular, questions yazan yere sorabilirseniz sunum sırasında bazılarını, çoğunu da sunumun sonunda cevaplandırıyor olacağız. Türkçe veya İngilizce yazabilirsiniz. Tamara, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Anur. Hi, everybody. I'm very happy to see so many people online today joining our presentation. I will go through a few slides and tell you a little bit about my favorite city, Vancouver, and about the place where I work, Douglas College, and about our international students. Feel free to ask any questions in the questions section. And then, let's take it away. I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay. All right, great. Perfect. So I personally came to Canada over 10 years ago now, and then I came here as an international student. So I went to university here in Canada, and then I stayed for a few years and worked on an open work permit, and then I stayed here as a permanent resident. So my story is actually a story that's something that you might be able to relate to. So feel free to ask me about any questions about the Canadian experience being a newcomer here and an international student here. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So I'll tell you a little bit about Douglas College, the place where I've been working for about 3 years now, and then I've been assisting international students coming to Douglas. So I am the admissions officer at Douglas. So if you apply to one of over 100 programs that we have, it's very likely that I will be looking at your documents, at your transcripts, at your IELTS scores, and I'll be communicating with you about the offer letter and about coming to Douglas. Well, Canada, I can tell you a lot about my personal experience, but this is the point that I feel that might be true for many of you. Many students come to Canada, they choose Canada because this is a very popular destination for international students for many reasons. Well, first of all, Canada is very multicultural, and I can totally tell you that this is true. When you come out in the streets of Vancouver, then you can see people coming from different countries. You hear so many different languages here in the streets that you feel very much at home. You don't feel singled out. So Canadians are very multicultural. I believe every 5th Canadian was actually not born here in Canada. So they were born somewhere else. This is how how many nationalities are mixed in Canada, and everybody lives here very, very, like, is very friendly towards each other. Speaking about students, of course, many students prefer to come to Canada to study because you can work part-time during your studies as an international student. You can work up to 20 hours off campus. And then it's very important for some students to have a little bit of that extra income in Canada when you're students here. And of course, Canada is very well known for having one of the most friendly immigration policy in the world. So Canada, I believe in the next 3 years, is planning to accept over 1 million new immigrants. And then so one of them could be you. So Onur, do you have anything to add about your personal experience with Canada and then be like coming here as a tourist, as a businessman?
I actually came to Canada. No, I should do it in Turkish, I think. Yeah.
Of course you can. Yeah, just let me know when I can take over again.
Sure. Kanada'ya yaklaşık 20 yıl önce ailemle göçmenlik başvuruyla gitmiştik. Dediği çok önemli konu gerçekten uluslararası ortamı olan, yani insanın kendini yabancı hissetmediği bir yer diye düşünüyorum. İnsana rahat yaşamı sağlayan bir ülke değil genel olarak. Ve Vancouver şehri çok sessiz, sakin, rahat bir yer. Onu hissettim, yani yaşamak için çok uygun bir yer. Ve dediği konu da aynen doğru. Kanada'nın insana ihtiyacı var. Bu programlar sayesinde de birçok insan çalışma izni alıp ardından kalabiliyor. Bir küsür milyon insan alacak, doğru. I explained.
Perfect. Okay, good. So now speaking about, we spoke about Canada a little bit, but Vancouver is the city where our college is located. It's very often called the Silicon Valley of Canada. So any ideas why this could be like such a name? Well, that's because IT industry is one of the top industries in Vancouver or in British Columbia. And then so we have lots and lots of companies from the US and local companies in the IT industry, and that they open their offices in Vancouver. So actually probably most of the people I know, most of my friends in Vancouver are programmers, computer programmers or software engineers. And then there's so many job opportunities specifically in this particular industry, the IT industry, that it has become to be known as Silicon Valley of Canada, just similar to San Francisco, Seattle. They're very, very close by. So last year, actually, Vancouver was named the top growth tech city in the entire North America. So what that means for you is that we had most IT jobs added in the previous year than any other city in North America. So we even are in front of San Francisco, in front of Seattle, in front of Toronto, because there is so much growth and there's so much need in that IT industry that if you're interested in a career in the IT industry and then the computing science, if you're interested in studying IT or computing science, then Vancouver might be a very good option for you to come to, because potentially there will be more jobs in that industry after you graduate. We have large offices here in downtown Vancouver of such companies as Microsoft or Amazon or Facebook. So a lot of American companies prefer to build their Canadian office in Vancouver just because it's closer to the US border. We are about 40 minutes away from the US border. But it's not just the IT industry that's flourishing here, but also the industries that are interconnected with that. So we are in need of professionals in the finance industry, in the marketing industry, in accounting, anything that has like anything business related. So if you are looking for a career or like a future education in one of those areas, then again, consider British Columbia, the province of British Columbia, consider Vancouver as one of your destinations. Speaking about Douglas, we are actually 51 years old this year. We celebrated our anniversary last year. So Douglas College is one of the larger colleges in British Columbia, and we are the largest in BC by the number of post-degree programs. So that's the program you take after you graduate with a bachelor's or master's. And we are the largest number of, the largest college in British Columbia by the number of bachelor's degrees. We have about 20,000 students at Douglas College, and then about 3,500 out of those students are international students. So we have students coming from over 80 countries in the world. And of course, we have quite a few students from Turkey coming to Douglas College. Many of them are taking our business programs, our IT, hospitality programs as well. So we have a lot of programs to offer to you. We are a public institution, so it's not a private school, but a public institution with 3 campuses located in different parts of Greater Vancouver. So I'll show a couple of photos of what it looks like. That's a bird's view of our main campus in New Westminster. This is where most programs are located. The campus is about 5 minutes away from the train station. So we have something that's called SkyTrain in Vancouver. The SkyTrain is a metro system that connects different parts of Vancouver. And then we are conveniently located right by the train station. So no matter where you live, you can get to Douglas pretty much within 40-45 minutes on the train. I personally live downtown, and then when I travel to work every day, it takes me only about 35 minutes on the train. So pretty convenient. So we're far enough from downtown Vancouver so you can enjoy cheaper prices for accommodation, and then a little bit of like green location, so lots of parks around. There is a river valley, but you're still very close to downtown Vancouver, so you can enjoy the nightlife, and then you can enjoy being very close to major businesses. You don't feel far away. This is what our business department looks like, business campus, because we have so many business programs. I believe we have over 45 that we had to open a new campus just for those programs. So all of our business programs are located in that building. It has a very different feel. It's very new, very business-like. There's lots of computer labs in that building. So pretty cool to study in there, I believe. And then this is our 3rd campus, Coquitlam. This is where hospitality and health sciences departments are located. Once again, it's just 2 minutes walk from the train station, which is located right here. And then that's a very new area where lots of students with families prefer to rent a place to live in. There's lots of opportunities to rent a room with another student or an apartment. There is a gym located here. There's lots of restaurants, cafes, and then so very good infrastructure. So, Onur, have you been to all of our campuses or just the main one?
I just saw the new, very beautiful one, very close to your main campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like high-end luxury, and the very usual old campus I have seen. The one in Coquitlam I didn't see, and any others I haven't. So I've only been inside the main one, which is very easy to go.
I hope you'll come back and then you'll enjoy it. Would you like to add anything about Vancouver? Because I know you have traveled here multiple times, and what is your overall feel of Vancouver as the city and then our campus in Turkish?
Going into Turkish, I was going to say yes.
Yeah.
Vancouver bir downtown denilen böyle yarım ada gibi bir yer ve ardından da suyun karşısında Northwest Vancouver'lar ve aşağıda da Burnaby, Richmond, Delta, New Westminster, Coquitlam diye farklı banyoları olan bir yer. Uzun bir SkyTrain dedikleri subway hattı var, yani metro hattı ve Okul çok uygun bir yerde. Tam hattın son duraklarından, New Westminster durağında rahat gidip gelmek mümkün. Bir de şehre doğru gittikçe tabii ki apartman fiyatları, kiralar yükseliyor. Douglas'ın olduğu yer ve onun aşağı suyun karşısı olan diğer şehrin devamı, oralarda daha rahat, uygun fiyatlı konaklama da bulmak mümkün. Okulun yeri çok güzel. Etrafında bayağı güzel yerler var. Restoranlar, işte alışveriş merkezidir. Su etrafındaki birkaç gezilebilecek yerler. Okul güzel bir yerde. Ve rahat da yerleşim de bulmak mümkün. Vancouver güzel bir şehir. Zaten YouTube'dan bile görseniz anlarsınız yani. Dediğin gibi kartpostal gibi bir şehir. I explained.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, I would like to give you...
Tamara, this is better, by the way. The way you do it, you stop and ask me to do it in Turkish. It's a better idea. Some people don't understand. It's a good idea.
Okay, perfect. So, well, I will give you a little bit of kind of tips, because I was an international student and then I had some trouble choosing the right program for myself. So this is a couple of tips I would like to give you, so it can help you a little bit with finding the right program. So these are the steps I suggest that you take when you do a program research. Well, first of all, the step one, I put do what you love. This is the Douglas College motto. So this is something where we say, we tell our students, you need to go after your passion. So if you're interested in arts, maybe you should consider a program in that area. Or if the computing science is something that you're interested in, then you might explore the programs in that area. It's important to do what you love and be passionate about. Well, second, step two, there is a wonderful website that I recommend checking out. That's called workbc.ca. This is our local government website, which will give you an idea what kind of jobs are in high demand in the province of British Columbia. It shows you the list, so you can see like what it looks like here on the right. I took a screenshot. It shows you the list of jobs that we have most, we need most people in. It can give you an idea of where to find a job faster after you graduate. So based on that website, you can check it out. The link is here on the slide. But based on this website, the province of British Columbia, this is where we're located, needs most professionals in the following industries: the health industry, and then professional and technical services industry. That includes IT jobs, accounting jobs, advertising, engineering jobs. And that we at Douglas College can provide many programs that can help you prepare for this kind of jobs so you can find your job faster after you graduate. For example, we offer over 5 programs in the IT sector: a computing science diploma, computing studies and information systems diploma for somebody who graduated with a bachelor's degree. For the accounting industry, we offer 1- and 2-year programs in accounting for somebody who graduated with a high school diploma or bachelor's degree. We offer marketing degree and then a bachelor's degree and then a post-degree diplomas for somebody interested in a career in marketing or advertising. So maybe if you compare where the need is in the province and then the programs that an educational institution can offer you, it can give you an idea of what kind of program to choose. The next step I suggest that you do is that you check out our job search websites in Canada. I listed a few over here, but why I suggest that you do that is because you can clearly see how many jobs are in each field and what employers are looking for. Are they looking for somebody with a bachelor's degree? Then you can consider a program that is a bachelor's degree in Canada, or maybe a 2-year diploma will be enough to land this job. And then you can look at Douglas College diplomas that we're offering because it can jumpstart your career. And then finally, as the step 4, what I suggest that you can ask us, you can contact me or somebody, a colleague from Douglas College. You can contact Onur from CanB, and then ask for something that's called a career sheet. That's one-page documents that we will be happy to share with you. That again gives you a very good overview of what kind of jobs you can apply for after graduating from one of our programs. So Onur, is there something you would like to summarize based on what I just told you, or maybe your feedback about how to look for a job in Canada and what resources to use to find a good program?
Bizimle irtibatta olup Douglas College'dan evet bu kariyer arayışınızla ilgili bilgi ve belge alabilirsiniz. İnternette de girebileceğiniz bir sürü şeyden bahsetti. Yalnız önemli olan, yani en önemli olan bölümü şu ki, yani özetlemem gerekirse, bölümler öylesine açılmıyor. Yani sadece para kazanmak için vatandaştan veya yabancı öğrenciden bir bölüm açmıyorlar. Eyaletteki özellikle ve ülkedeki hangi alanlarda, hangi iş sahalarında insan gücüne ihtiyaç varsa ona göre bölümler açılıyor. Ve şunu da anlattı, bazen bölüme girmek için illa 4 sene bitirmek gerekmiyor. Bazı durumlarda 2 senelik okuduğunuz bir bölüm de sizin o işe girmenizi sağlayabilir. 1 senelik de olabilir. Özetle verdikleri bölümlerin iş dünyasında karşılığı var. Bunu anlatmak istiyor Tamara ve bu gerçekten de öyle. Doğru bölümü okumanız lazım. Yani iş bulmak için önceden bir araştırma da yapmak lazım. I shared my comments.
Perfect. Your feedback. Okay, good. Okay, great. So now that you've decided what kind of field you would like to find a program in and about the program's length, you can look at the programs that we're offering here at Douglas. Well, if you have just started your search or your research of what Canada can offer in terms of higher education, in Canada, there's the programs that can fit different length and different budget. For example, if you have just graduated from high school, you can look at a 2-year diploma program. You can look at a bachelor's degree, which is a 4-year program, or if you would like to start at a college but then graduate with a bachelor's degree from a university, you can look at something that's called university transfer or associate degree. It's a 2-year program that allows you to take the lower level courses at a college level and then transfer to one of the British Columbia universities and then graduate with a bachelor's degree from Simon Fraser University or UBC or University of Victoria or a few other schools. So you get the best of both worlds. And then you save a little bit of money too. So, but if you already have a bachelor's or master's degree from your home country, then you may consider something that's called a post-degree program. This is a 1-year or 2-year concentrated program, which is the basis on top of the bachelor's degree, a practical related, something that includes a lot of practice and that it prepares you better for the workplace. I get a lot of questions about master's degrees. Well, I personally graduated with a master's degree from a Canadian university. And then as a master's degree graduate, I can tell you that master's typically involves a lot of research, and then you write a research paper and then you defend it at the end of your 2-year program. With a post degree, it's more practice based, and then it's more aimed at preparing you for the workplace. So you can't really tell what's better or worse, but I would say depending on your industry where you're planning to look for a job afterwards, then you can make a choice between a post degree or master's. If you're looking for a job, for example, in academia or working at a college or university, if you're looking for a job in engineering, in research, in sciences, then a master's degree might be a good idea for you. If you're looking for a job in the field where an employer will ask you a lot about your practical experience, about the projects you completed, for example, IT marketing, accounting, finance, hospitality, then you may look into our post-degree programs, which will give you that required practical experience that you can talk about during your job interview. Onur, is there something you can add about the higher education system in Canada?
I think it's similar in many other countries as well. So about masters, what they don't need and all of that, I'll explain in Turkish. Türkiye'de de aslında benzeri bir durum olduğunu düşünüyorum. Master eğitimi her zaman insana iş buldurmuyor. Dediği gibi birçok araştırma var diyor. Sonuçta research dediği. Bazen bir kolej diploması çok nokta atış, iş odaklı olduğu için çok daha rahat da iş buldurabiliyor kişiye. Türkiye'de belki işverenler işte bu kişinin master'ı var, daha işte iyi eğitim almış gibi falan düşünebiliyor mu? Ünvana takılıyor mu bilmiyorum. Kanada'da olmuyor pek bu. Hangi kişi benim işime yarar? Bu aldığı bölümde benim işimde gereken şeyleri öğrenmiş mi? Buna odaklanıyorlar. Yani özellikle o master konusuna çok takılıyor öğrenciler. Takılmamak gerekiyor. Ve üniversite mezunlarına özel bu post-baccalaureate dediği, post-graduate dediği, yani üniversite sonrası bölümler, konsantre olan bölümler, işverende karşılığı olan bölümler, bazen onlar da değil, lise mezunlarına açık olan bölümler var. Onlar da iş bulmasını sağlayabiliyor. Özetle master konusuna takılmayın. Yani bir kolejde eğitim almanız size Kanada'da çalışma izni, vatandaşlık ek değil, çalışma imkanları konusunda da kapılar açacaktır. Ondan emin olun. Yeter ki doğru bölümü seçin. Doğru yapabileceğiniz ve iş bulabileceğiniz bölümü seçin. That's it from me.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we are offering over 100 programs at Douglas College in 6 different departments. Of course, the largest one is the Commerce and Business Department, which offers multiple programs for somebody who has graduated from high school or university. So the most popular ones I have listed here. So we're offering 1- and 2-year programs in accounting and finance. The HR program is the new program that I would say has a very big potential because we are needing more HR professionals, and then pretty much any company you'll be working for in Canada will have an HR department. The specialty about our HR program is that it includes some accounting courses as well, which is unique for an HR program. Of course, multiple programs in IT are offered at the Commerce and Business Department as well. The IT programs are unique because they include a lot of practical experience. They include co-op, and then I'll tell you a little bit later what co-op actually is. The hospitality programs are quite well known in British Columbia, and then actually every 15th resident of our province is involved in the hospitality sector. So of course, during the COVID time, the hospitality industry is a little bit in turbulence right now, but we are looking bright at the next few years. And then the hospitality industry, I'm sure it has a bright future, especially at the moment when a lot of Canadians are not able to travel abroad. Many of them come to British Columbia, which is a province with lots of national parks and resort zones. So it's actually all of our hotels and then resort zones right now, they're fully booked. So the hospitality industry is an interesting one with lots of job opportunities. One of the popular programs among our Turkish students is the supply chain management program. We are offering a 1- and 2-year programs in supply chain management for somebody with a bachelor's degree. And then a supply chain is one of those industries which actually has a lot more demand during the COVID times because there's a lot of, Vancouver is actually a port, and there's a lot of shipment coming and going from Vancouver. So the supply chain management is definitely the field you would like to explore more. For somebody interested in a career in the medical field, you can look at our biology and chemistry university transfer programs, which allows you to transfer to university to a Bachelor of Science program. And then after that, you may be interested in applying to medical school. We have very large humanities department, which offers programs from political science to criminology, sociology, anthropology, and then just many other programs, you just name it. But one of the interesting programs I would like to mention is a bachelor's degree in psychology. That's something that some of our international students are interested in. If you're interested in the career in the psychology, applied psychology field, then our bachelor's degree is something you may be looking into. The music programs is actually are considered to be one of the best in Canada. We have 2 music recording studios right on campus at Douglas, and then so where our music and music technology students can practice absolutely free of charge. And then pretty much you name any music instrument that you're playing, and we should be able to find a music teacher for you in that particular field. So that's something special about our music department. Besides, the new program is the Early Childhood Education Diploma. It has just recently opened for international students, but it's already quite popular. We even had to add an extra section for our international students in that field. Canada has a very huge demand for daycares or any other early childhood education facilities. So if this is the field you're interested in, then there's lots of jobs in that field, and there's a very bright future. Now speaking about the types of programs we're offering. So the bachelor's degrees, it's kind of typical to think that a bachelor's degree is something you're offered only at the university level, but this is not true. You can actually come to Canada to a college and still graduate with a bachelor's degree. So the difference between a bachelor's degree at a college and university is that we have smaller classrooms. So when I studied at a university in Canada, our classrooms were like 150 students. And then at Douglas, we have a limit of 35 students in a class. You get to talk a lot more to your professors and then to your friends in the class, and then you interact more. Another difference is that bachelor's degrees are typically almost twice as cheap at the college level compared to one of the top universities that we have here in BC. So you will be saving up to 50% of fees for the first 2 years if you start at a college and then transfer. And then finally, our bachelor's degrees come with practical experience, co-op. That means you can study for a few semesters, then take 1 semester off, and then work full-time, gain that practical experience, and then come back to Douglas College and complete your bachelor's degree. Okay. So for diplomas, if you're not ready to commit to a four-year degree, and then as I mentioned earlier, then like for some jobs, for some positions, you don't need a bachelor's degree necessarily. A 2-year diploma will be a good start. Then you can look into one of our diploma programs. So I've listed here a few diplomas that you might be interested in. So as you can see, there are absolutely different fields that we're offering diplomas in. The most popular ones are computing science, for somebody interested in an IT field. Marketing diploma is another very popular one. Hospitality is definitely a diploma program that is quite good, and then gets a lot of interest from our international students. And then Commerce and Business Administration, it's the one listed at the very top. So Commerce and Business Administration diploma is an interesting one because it allows you get a completed 2-year diploma. And if you're interested in transferring to university and continuing your bachelor's degree, you can transfer after this diploma to a 3rd year of a bachelor's degree at Douglas College or at one of our top universities here in British Columbia, Simon Fraser, UBC, and University of Victoria. So this is a fully transferable program to a university bachelor's degree, and then it includes co-op. It includes the paid practicum as well. If you're interested in a business career, then this is the diploma you can look into. You can also look into a diploma in marketing, in general business, or in business management. We have a lot of business programs to offer at the diploma level. And then finally, our post-degree diplomas are the programs for somebody who has already completed the bachelor's degree in their home country. So we're offering 1 year and 2 year post-degree diplomas. The 2 year diplomas will come with a co-op or practicum, paid practicum. These are some of the options that you can get at the post-degree level. These are not all, there's a lot more of those. The most popular one, of course, the number one is the post-degree program in IT. So our post-degree diplomas in IT come with practicum, with co-op, and then you can also get a specialization. If you are more into the programming, then you can look at the specialization that's called emerging technology. And then if you are more into analysis of data and then working with numbers, then you can choose the data analytics IT program that we're offering. There's one interesting program that's called Health Information Management program for somebody who comes with a medical background. So I get asked a lot, I get a lot of questions from doctors or pharmacists who would like to come to Canada and work here. So as a doctor, internationally trained doctor, you would have to go through a lot of licensing and taking international examinations here in order to be able to work with patients. But the Health Information Management program is definitely a program you might be interested in if you would like to stay in the medical field. You will not be working with patients. You will be working in research. You will be working with data at a hospital level or at the clinic level and our professional government level. You will be working with data in the medical field if you complete this program. And we are actually needing a lot of professionals in that particular field. There is a shortage of professionals in that field at the moment in our province. Okay, so this is the question I get asked a lot. Okay, so will I be able to find a job as soon as I can after graduate? Can you help me find the program that will get me a job as soon as possible? So of course, this is the question everybody asks. And then this is my personal checklist for you that can help you find a job faster. So if you are an international student in Canada, how can you help yourself to find a job faster after you graduate? Well, first of all, use the resources that a college or university you'll be studying in is offering. We offer a lot of free resources at Douglas College as part of our Career Center services. So this is a specific department that does workshops, career fairs, job fairs, networking events, so you get to meet potential employers. And they offer a lot of advice and then resume help. And then I think it's a great idea to come and visit and then use their resources. Also, use the co-op option. Co-op is something that is often offered by colleges or universities as part of your program, and that's basically a paid 1 or 2 semesters of full-time work that's related to your field of study. If you can't find co-op option, then you can always volunteer, and then this can help you get valuable experience. As a college student, you can work during your studies of up to 20 hours a week, and then use that experience again. It can help you find a job later. And then finally, be active on campus. Join a public speaking club, join a leadership club. It can help you find new connections and then practice before you are, before you have graduated and you have a job interview to attend. Okay, so work experience is something that everybody is asking about during their studies or after graduating, or what happens after you graduate. Well, there's multiple opportunities for you to gain work experience while you are a student and after you graduate. Well, first of all, you work during your studies. As I mentioned, you can work up to 20 hours per week off campus for almost any employer, and you can work on campus without any limit of hours. Use that opportunity while you're an international student, and then gain a little bit of pocket money, and then you can also gain valuable work experience. After you graduated, you may be eligible to apply for an open work permit or a post-graduation work permit, or PGWP. So this is something that it's important to understand how this works. If you are taking a one-year program at Douglas College, then you may apply for a one-year work permit after you graduate. If you are taking a two-year program at Douglas College, then you may apply for a work permit after 3 years after you graduate. So this is something that's offered as part for our international students who come to Douglas College, a public institution, and then they take full-time studies with us. And then after you work for a few years, there are possibilities to apply for permanent residence using one of the federal or provincial programs, immigration programs, and then there is a possibility to apply for them, and then your work experience will be counted. That's one of the very important requirements. So it is important to have that work experience during that after your studies. So Onur, probably this is something that students ask you a lot about, right? About the working during their studies and afterwards. Is there something you would like to add?
There are also many questions coming up. I see, can I work or not? Evet,
Yes,
okuldayken haftada 20 saat çalışabiliyorsunuz part-time. Bir çalışma izni almanıza gerek yok. Sosyal güvenlik numarası alıyorsunuz. Bir de aralarda, yani Eylül'de başladınız, Nisan'ın 20'si gibi bitiyor okul. Ardından tekrar 3. dönem, yani 2 dönem bitirdikten sonra 3. döneminiz, yani 2. seneniz başlayana kadar 4,5 ay gibi süre var. Yaz tatilinde de yine full-time çalışma izniniz var, part değil. Birçok konuyla ilgili konuştu Tamara. Hani iş bulabilir miyim, ne olur ne olmaz. Size bir sürü nasihat veriyor. Hani işte kulüplere katılın, networking yapın, insanlarla tanışın, iletişimlerinizi genişletin. Ama sonuç itibariyle iş bulmak size kalan bir şey. Okul yardımcı olabilir, okulun staj programları size fırsatlar yaratabilir. Ama sonunda olay sizin deneyimleriniz, sizin birikimleriniz. Genel olarak ama peki biz gidiyoruz da burada iş imkanları çok mu derseniz, Kanada'da iş imkanları var, iş de var, para da var. İnsan gücü az olduğu için 3 senede 1 küsür milyon insan alacaklar. Yani iş var ki bu konuda açıklar. Sadece gelip okullarında okutmak için değil bu konu. Birçok öneri verdi size. Bunların hepsini kullanabilirsiniz. Yani Tamara'nın verdiği yolların hepsi doğru. Kendisi attan düşmüş. Yani kendisi bu işleri yapmış. Birebir direkt deneyimlemiş bir insan olarak size söylüyor bunları. Sadece okul görevlisi, temsilcisi olarak değil. I just added one more thing at the end, that you're telling all these not only from a college representative perspective, but also as a person who did all of this, as an international student.
Absolutely. I graduated and then I worked on a PGWP post-graduation work permit, and then I used that Canadian experience to immigrate.
Yes, and I try to summarize all the other things you have said. At the end, it comes down to how they are in finding a job. It's all about them at the end. But there are jobs.
Yes, there's a lot of it depends on the student, but it depends on the industry they're choosing. It depends on their full-time experience. So multiple factors they need to consider. You have to plan ahead. That's just my advice. Well, speaking about how much education in Canada costs, and then this is the tuition fees at Douglas College for 1 year. If you are choosing a 2-year program at Douglas College, then you multiply this amount, 18,000 Canadian dollars, by 2, and then this is an approximate number you get for tuition. Besides, then you will need about 13,000 Canadian dollars for your accommodation and then food and other expenses. So in total, I would say about 35,000 Canadian dollars.
And we're going, by the way, sorry to interrupt, into like last 15 minutes or so. So when you're finishing up, I'll start the questions.
Right, perfect. Okay, so and my last slides will be about how to apply. So in order to apply to Douglas, you would need to provide your high school or university transcripts and proof of English. So, of course, everybody is familiar with English tests such as TOEFL and IELTS, and then we are temporarily accepting Duolingo score of 110. So this is a test you can take at home right now. I believe the cost is about $50, and then we need just 110 for the Duolingo score. If you need a little bit of extra help with the English language, you may consider applying to one of our partner ESL schools or English schools in Canada, and then you don't need to take the English exam anymore. Your certificate from one of those partner schools will be accepted as proof of English. But you can talk to Onur more about applying if you have any questions. And then these are fun.
For all programs, it's 110, right, Tamara?
Yeah.
For all programs, it's 110. Okay.
Yes, for all programs except engineering.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Do you have anything to add about the admissions requirements or anything, the process of applying?
They are applying from BC, what is that, Education Planner BC, right?
Yeah, we are accepting application through Education Planner and then the paper applications as well, but you can assist them with that process, obviously.
You still do paper? Okay, because last time...
Sometimes. We prefer Education Planner, yeah.
Okay. Başvururken bütün kolej ve üniversitelerin British Columbia eyaletinde başvurulan bir sistemi var. Oradan başvuruluyor. Onu kullanabilirsiniz. Farklı bölümlere göre değişebiliyor. Mesela bakın buradaki slide'da gördüğünüz gibi matematikten istenilen bir not var. 11. sınıf matematik. Örnek verdim. Duolingo dediği sınavdan bahsetti. Zor değil girmek. Ama benimle iletişim kurabilirsiniz. I said it's not so difficult to enter. There are a few requirements, but they can get in touch with us about all of this.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can get in touch with us at these numbers or at this email as well. And then, yeah, we will start taking the questions at this point.
Okay, some of them I'll answer without translating because they are things you have explained already or, not related. Possibly.
Yep.
Pandemi dönemi oradaki yaşantınızı etkiliyor mu? De facto ilişki geçerli mi? Okay. Would the pandemic affect your life there? It's not an easy question to answer. It does. Herkesin hayatını etkileyebilir bu durum tabii ki. When the international flights will start in Canada, they are already going. People are going.
Yeah, students can come to Canada and study. Douglas College is one of the colleges where international students are allowed to come into the country. So students, have been traveling here, since January.
Pandemi planı devlet tarafından onaylı bütün okullara gitmek mümkün öğrenci vizesiyle ve öğrenciler gidiyor. Douglas College da bunlardan biri. Öğrenciler gidebilecek değil, gidiyorlar zaten. Şu anda gitmekteler. How many Turkish students you have in total? I don't know. Do you have any Turkish faculty members at your college? Do you know?
Of course, we do. We have about 1,000 people working at the college. Of course, we have Turkish faculty members.
Var ama kimler Türk, yani kaç tane Türk bilmiyor. How is the coronavirus pandemic situation in Canada? Difficult to answer. Good, bad. BC is not bad though. BC is good. BC is doing well. Yani koronavirüs süreci özellikle British Columbia eyaletinde bayağı iyi. Sayılar yüksek değil. There are many types of programs about criminology on your website. I wonder that which one is equal to post-degree. Which criminology is post-degree? Do you have one that's post-degree?
We don't have a post-degree in criminology. We have a bachelor's degree in criminology and a couple of diplomas in that area.
Agreement? Do you have an agreement with community colleges in the state of Washington? Well,
what kind of agreement? We may transfer some of the courses from them, but it will be a course-by-course transfer.
Okay. The person who's asking this is asking a specific question. English is enough. No need for Turkish. Do you have dual degree programs with American universities? Dual degree? I don't know what that is. Like, how that would work with you?
We have dual degrees with Simon Fraser University. It's a Canadian university. We don't have dual degree programs with American universities at the moment. No, but We have exchanges with over 100 universities, including American ones. So you can go there on an exchange for a semester and study there. And then these credits you earn at an American university or anywhere in the world, Korea, Uganda, European universities. And then those credits you can apply towards your degree or program at Douglas. Yeah.
Simon Fraser Üniversitesi'nin SFU, Vancouver'daki bir üniversiteyle çift diploma anlaşması var. Amerika'daki hiçbir üniversiteyle yok. Fakat Amerika dahil birçok ülkede exchange programı var. Bir dönemi örneğin gidip başka bir okulda, Kore'de ya da Amerika'da ya da ülkelerin hangilerinin olduğunu sayamayız. Orada bir dönem okuyup derslerinizi, kredilerini transfer edip Douglas'a geri gelip devam edebiliyorsunuz örneğin. Bunu yapan ben hiç görmedim ama yani isterseniz. How many credits we get per semester? It's 30 credits, right? Per semester?
Per semester it's 9 to 12. It's 30 per year.
Oh, sorry, 15 I was going to say. 15 per semester, so 30, or is it 12 times 2, 24?
It's 30 per year, so it's about 12 credits per semester.
Dönem başına 12 kredi diyor. Do you have reciprocal agreements with the American universities? Well, he just asked that, okay. So what is the discount tuition fees for American students? There's no tuition. There's no discount for American students.
No, they are considered international students. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. You're applying. Is it possible credit transfer from a Turkish university? Doesn't matter coming from a university from.
It is possible. It is possible, but I would not recommend that in some specific cases because the credit transfer from a university will reduce the number of credits counted towards the length of your postgraduate work permit.
It's very important, yes. Ders transferi, yani siz bu koleje gittiğinizde Türkiye'de okuduğunuz dersleri üniversitenizde orada kredi olarak saydırmanız mümkün olabilir. Bölüme göre değişir. Çok fazla güvenmeyin ona, çok fazla kredi transfer olmaz ama çok önemli olan bir detay burada anlattığı. Bitirdiğinizde kolej programını siz PGWP denilen Postgraduate Work Permit, yani okul sonrası çalışma iznine başvuruyorsunuz ve bu izne başvururken ama benim okulum bana izin verdi, ben Türkiye'deki kredilerimi transfer edebildim demenizi dinlemiyorlar onlar. Transfer etmeseydin sen normalde 60 kredi örneğin 2 senelik programda bitireceğine şimdi sadece 40 bitirmişsin. Burada yeteri kadar okumamışsın. Okulun kabul etmesi beni ilgilendirmez derler. Postgraduate Work Permit'inizi riske atarsınız. Bunu tavsiye etmiyorum dedi. Mümkün ama çalışmak isterseniz sonradan tavsiye etmediği bir şey tamamen. Do you have work permit while we're studying? Yes, up to 20 hours. Evet. Sosyal güvenlik numarası alıp çalışabiliyorsunuz. Work permit değil tam olarak bu. Çalışabiliyorsunuz haftada 20 saat. Dediğim gibi yazında full time çalışabiliyorsunuz. Noel tatilinde yani scheduled breaks dedikleri tatillerde 2 hafta ve yazın full time çalışabilirsiniz veya yazın okula da devam edebilirsiniz. Fark etmez. Part time çalışmaya devam edersiniz. Öğrenci değişim programı beraber Kanada bir okula tamamen geç. With an exchange program, can I transfer to a college or university in Canada? Well, it's possible. There's no exchange program in that sense, I think. Right? Is there? No. No, I don't think so.
What's the question, sorry?
With an exchange program from, like, can I transfer from a Turkish university with an exchange program to a Canadian school? She asked. He or she?
Yes. Well,
not exactly.
The transfer credits. A few credits may be transferred, but as an exchange, you would have to, you would have to start a program in here, and then you can transfer some of the courses, but not exactly an exchange student. Yeah.
Programa başlamanız gerekiyor Douglas'ta. Bir exchange programı yok ne yazık ki öyle bir anlaşması Türkiye'deki herhangi bir okulla. Douglas'a başvuracaksınız. Başladıktan sonra kredi transferi yapmanız mümkün olabilir. Onunla ilgili de açıkladık. What are the differences between diploma and certificate programs? Well, two and one. En önemli detayı bir senelik programa 1 seneye kadar maksimum çalışma izni veriliyor. 2 senelik program okursanız 3 sene çalışma izni veriyor. The most important part is that they give 3-year work permits for the 2-year programs, which is very important instead of the 1-year program, right? Tamam.
Certificates are 1-year programs and then diplomas are 2-year programs. Yeah, that's correct.
No. I said they give 3-year work permits for the 2-year programs. That's
correct. Yeah, up to 3 years. You may get a work permit up to 3 years with a 2-year program. Yeah.
Which is probably the biggest difference for them right now.
That's an important one. That's an important one. So also a very brief And then diplomas will give you a lot more knowledge, will make you a lot more employable, I would say. To find a job in Canada, you need to go for a diploma rather than a certificate.
İş bulmakla da alakalı çok önemli bir şey söylüyor. 2 senelik programda daha kapsamlı, detaylı bir eğitim alabilirsiniz. İş bulmak için 2 yıllığı size öneriyor. Bir de çalışma izni de önemli. 3 seneye kadar vermesi. Genelde 3 sene veriliyor. Any post-degree... you have replied. Post-degree programs in humanities. Is there a visual department? You can check out. Okay. Do you offer certificate marketing program? Is it 1 year? What are the requirements? Requirements... Ne gerektiği, okay, what is required, we have explained a bit. They can contact you afterwards for the marketing program certificate, but you have, right? A 1-year certificate program in marketing, you do have, right? You do.
We do have a post-degree program in marketing. We have a certificate and we have a diploma program in marketing and a new bachelor's degree in marketing. We have 4 programs.
Bir sürü program saydı marketingde. Yani tekrar iletişim kurabilirsiniz bizimle veya Tamara'yla. Can we get a conditional letter if we cannot reach required level of English? Yes. I will translate that. Eğer bunu açıkladı aslında Tamara sunumunda ama eğer İngilizce skoru IELTS, işte PTA, Duolingo bunlardan birini geçemediniz, TOEFL vesaire, bir dil okulundan, onların anlaşmalı olduğu, partner olan bir dil okulundan gerekli sayıdaki ayda bir kabul mektubu verirseniz o sizin İngilizce seviyenize göre belirleniyor. Kaç ay gitmeniz gerektiği. Hani kendi isteğinize bağlı değil o. Sizi dil okulu bir sınava sokuyor. Oradan aldığınız o kabul mektubunu gösterirseniz şartlı kabul alabiliyorsunuz. Are all programs available for conditional acceptance or some are not? Some are yes. Right? I'm asking that actually.
Sorry?
Are all programs available for conditional acceptance?
Programs. Almost all programs except engineering.
Mühendislik dışında bütün programlarda şartlı kabul, yani dil okulundan sertifika aldım sonradan size geleceğim diye yapılan başvuruda alınan şartlı kabule uygun. Is there a career center? Yes. Evet, kariyer merkezi var. Duolingo kabul ediliyor. Duolingo şu anda internetten yapılan kolay bir sınav. Kabul ediliyor ve 110 almak gerekiyor. Kolay dediğim genel olarak kolay değil ama IELTS'ten TOEFL'dan daha kolay olduğu söyleniyor. Post-bachelor diploma, 2 yıllık programlarınız ve post-degree diploma yıllık programınız. Okay. Ders kredisi dışındaki spesifik farklar nedir? What's the difference between post-baccalaureate diploma programs and post-degree diploma programs, other than the length of the program and number of credits? Any other specific differences?
If you are changing your field of study, I recommend a 2-year program. For example, if you were in hospitality and you want to take IT, I recommend that you go for our 2-year IT program. A 1-year program may be a little bit too intense.
But no other difference between baccalaureate and degree, post-baccalaureate or post-degree. Are they 1 and 2?
No, well, we use this name interchangeably. Yeah.
İki Kur'an da aynı. Farklı değil. Yani post-baccalaureate ya da post-degree demelerinde bir fark yok. Bölümden bölüme göre süre, ders kredisi farklı olabilir. Ama dediği şuydu, eğer alanınızı değiştiriyorsanız, yani mühendisken sonradan, yani kimya mühendisiyken IT'ye geçtiniz, 1 senelik program zor olabilir sizin için. Sizin geçmişinizle alakalı, yani okuduğunuz birikiminiz neyse, IT ile ilgili bir şey okudunuz, networking, işte bilgisayar networking ile ilgili bir şey okuyacaksınız. 1 sene belki yeterli olabilir. Alan değiştiriyorsanız 2 sene okuyun diyor. Is there an age restriction for application? Current programs are online, on campus?
No, if you're asking about the age, the minimum is 17, but then there's no age limit after that. So.
And programs are online now? I think they're all online.
Yes, we are online. The summer semester will be online, and then for the fall, I don't know yet.
Programlar şu anda online, sonradan ne olacağı belli değil. Yaş sınırı da minimum 17 ama yukarı yaş sınırı yok. 40-50 yaşında öğrenciler de geliyorlar. Bir sıkıntı yok. Architectural disciplines like landscape architecture and urban design, as I am for PhD and work. For PhD, we can't help you for PhD.
She already has a PhD, maybe, but
or she has a PhD.
I'll reply. Yeah, don't worry about it. You can.
Will you be able to? Can you help us with a visa? I think that's what they're asking. Okay. Yani vizeyle ilgili yardımcı olabilir misiniz diye soruyor Mustafa Bey. Bu konuyla ilgili sizi yönlendirebiliriz. Yani vize danışmanı birinin yapması gerekir. O konuyla ilgili tabii ki yardım alabilirsiniz. Ve sizi yani bilgilendirip gerekli bağlantıları sağlayabiliriz. For a university student, how much money is it? You explained this in one of your...
Yeah, so it's 18,000 Canadian dollars per year is the tuition fees. If you're applying to a university in Canada, then you might have to pay a little bit more than that. But this is our current fees, 18,000 Canadian dollars per year.
Programların fiyatları yaklaşık 18.000 dolar 2 dönem, bir sene için. Çok az fark edebilir diyor bazı şeyler için ama 18.000 dolar 2 seneliği de 36 eder. Bunu dönem dönem ödüyorsunuz bu arada. Hepsini birden değil. And I'm telling them they're paying this term by term, not all together as 18.
Right.
Which is important to many people. You wrote that minimum GPA is 2. Is that for all of them or just social sciences? 2? No, some programs might be a little...
We will be looking at your bachelor's degree transcript, and then the minimum GPA we're looking at is 2.0 for your bachelor's degree if you are applying at the post-degree program, yeah.
For all programs?
Yeah.
Okay, bütün programlar için post-degree'de üniversite diplomanıza, transkriptinize bakıyorlar ve 2 GPA 4 üzerinden kafi oluyor. And what about secondary diploma, like just... Yeah, post-secondary diploma.
We're looking at your high school grades then. It has to be 60% and higher. So 60.
Lise mezunlarının girebildiği post-secondary denilen programlara, diploma sertifikalara giderseniz veya bachelor'za lise notlarına bakılıyor. %60 o da. Çok yüksek değil yine. What are the benefits of studying at a public institution rather than a private one? You just replied. I should tell that in Turkish as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Devlet kolejlerine giderseniz çalışma izni alabiliyorsunuz mezun olduktan sonra. Özel kolejlerin çok nadir programları var. PGWP denilen bu okul sonrası çalışma iznine eligible olan, yani kabul edilen devlet tarafından. Ama devlet okulunda okuduğunuz her şeyde sonradan çalışma izni alabiliyorsunuz. Özellerde çok sayılı bu. Önemli bir şey. And I think there are more programs at public institutions in Canada. There are not that many private ones.
There are some large private schools. There are small public schools as well. I think the major difference is the postgraduate work permit. You have to be careful to and then know that you may be eligible to work after you graduate from your school, because for private institutions, only some degrees make you eligible, not diplomas.
Yes. I remember a list. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Bir Kanada hükümetinin web sitesi de var. Bu listeyi de görebilirsiniz. Hangi programlar mümkün diye, ama özele hiç yani düşünmeyin, devlete gidin diye öneririm. I just finished the questions in the chat section. Again, how would the pandemic affect our lives? It affects all of us. It affects all of us.
Yes, so we have switched to online education, and then on the bright side, that means you can study from your home country right now and still get a Canadian degree, and that you can use later on to apply for jobs in Canada. That's something that's very important. You don't spend money on accommodation. You can study from the comfort of your home, staying in the home country, and then you can study online. This is what many of our students are doing right now. They study online from.
They have to do a minimum 50% of the program within Canada, or that is not a...
It depends on the length of the program. It's a little bit complicated. So if it's a 2-year program, then they have to do a 50% in Canada. For 1-year programs that started in May and September, they can now actually complete the full program online from their home country and still apply for postgraduate work program.
Going forward, the 1-year certificate programs, again, they can do all from home?
I believe it's only true for somebody who started in May and September last year. So,
but it'll be different for the other ones, probably.
It'll be different for the other ones. Yeah, it'll be different with the ones who started in January.
Şu anda başlayacak tabii bütün öğrenciler. Diploma programları örneğin diyor. Sertifika programında farklıydı önceden başlayanlar için de, şu geleceğe doğru bakarsak onda da yine yarısı kuralı olur. Yarısını programın kendi ülkenizden bitirebilirsiniz diyor. Bir diploma programına bir sene Türkiye'deyken online olarak katılıp bitirip, işte dediği gibi accommodation diyor, konaklamaya para harcamadan örneğin Kanada'da bir senesini, 2 dönemini bitirip sonradan bir senesini Kanada bitirip böylece yine çalışma izni alabilirsiniz. Böyle de bir imkan yarattı pandemi. Yani negatif yönlerinin yanı sıra bir tane pozitif yönü de olmuş. I said at least one advantage that the virus brought that they can do half of the program from their home. And finally, any other questions? Last three, and then we finish. Conditional acceptance, can you explain again? Eğer ki dil seviyeniz yeterli değilse, IELTS, TOEFL, PTA, Duolingo bunlardan bir skor getiremediyseniz, Douglas College'ın kendi dil okuluna veya anlaşmalı olduğu bir dil okuluna kaydolup, anlaşmalı olduğu dil okulundan bir kabul mektubu gösterip veya Douglas'a onların dil okuluyla başlayacağınıza dair başvurup, bu şekilde gitmek istediğiniz asıl akademik programa kabul alabilirsiniz şartlı. Şartlı kabul şartı da o dili bitirmek, o kursu Douglas'ın veya anlaşmalı olduğu kurumun. I just also said that they can sign up for your language program instead of a language partner.
We do have our own language program at Douglas College. You can study English as part of your Douglas College program, or you can contact Onur and then he can provide the assessment through one of our language partners, the ESL tools.
My last question, you replied, postgrad certificate worth in Canada. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Değer mi diyor bir arkadaşımız? Postgrad sertifika programı Kanada'da okumaya değer mi? Değer. Değer dedim. It's worth it. That's what it means in Turkish. You should learn some Turkish.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. I can see there were lots of questions, and they were all great questions. I really enjoyed answering them and then presenting for you. We have left our contact information in the chat, so you can take a copy of that, and then feel free to contact Onur or myself. We'll be happy again to help you with finding the right choice and finding the right pathway to Canada.
Teşekkürler Tamara. Thank you. Thank you very much. Herkese teşekkürler. Sonradan iletişim kurabilirsiniz bizimle. Benle de, direkt Tamara'yla da. Başka sorularınız varsa sonradan yönlendirebilirsiniz. Thank you. Teşekkürler herkese tekrardan.
Thank you very much, Tamara and Onur, for the presentation, and you put a real effort answering all of the questions. We believe it was a really informative webinar for the attendees. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Douglas College ile ilgili sorularınız için Tamara'nın ve Onur Bey'in paylaşmış olduğu mail adreslerinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda sizi 8'deki webinarımızda da görmek isteriz. Thank you again. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks. Is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up?
Nothing else, just I say hi to Vancouver, Tamara, from me. I missed
Yes, thank you, Onur. Yeah, of course. And then I hope we'll see all of you guys in the future somewhere in Canada.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.